It's a new class. Hey, hey. What do? We take a mala and we will contemplate the idea of compassion. Oh, it is so wonderful to be conscious. Mani padme hum, mani padme hum, mani padme hum. How have you been? You've been good? Well? Happy? Today, the 4th week begins. Let us first resolve the issues of food. Take this in note. Of all the things I'm going to give you, there's one thing that you can take away, right? That you can just take off. Don't eat it, okay? So if there's 5 things you don't like in the food I'm going to give you, well, you discover how much food has power over you, how much preferences enslave you. I will ask you to eat an apple every day. A pear, if accessible. Raspberries. Oatmeal. Sauerkraut. You know sauerkraut? The Germans put big sausages in there. Don't put a sausage. Alright? This is the diet that you can take 2 days to start. Okay? You won't go to the store tonight. Maybe you won't go to the store tomorrow. Okay, it's okay. You can start on Friday. Just have a few days of those, right? Let's say Friday to Tuesdays. Okay? Three times this week, I would ask you to have a big steak that you will cook rare. The size of the steak is for you to decide. 3 times you take yourself a steak for the evening meal, the dinner, accompanied by a glass of wine. Okay, so you do this 3 times. If you want to do it every day, it's up to you. But I want you to do it 3 times. And if it is possible, 3 evenings in a row. Okay, 3 dinners in a row. So that it will help you ground your energies, get the energies in your body, and also if you have reactions of anger and power trips, they will hopefully come out. The 3 times you will have your steak and red wine, it will be steak and red wine. And that's it. No vegetables, no carbs, no nothing. Your last meal of the day will be a steak and a glass or 2 of red wine. If you are with other people and you absolutely must accompany it to look like someone normal, you will accompany it by the densest carb possible. So refined white bread with nothing on it. Okay, empty bread. That might be good. Oh, you can have a piece of bread of your choice, I guess, but the whitest and the less nutritious. Okay. The goal is to have a big shock of protein, and the wine, and just see how you react, and that's it. Okay, that's good for the food. Remember your probiotics and prebiotics: oatmeal, sauerkraut, apple, pear, and raspberry. Okay, that's easy. Now, if I say an apple a day and a pear every day, don't read one raspberry every day. Take at least a handful. Okay. It is also recommended that you take your vitamin. You keep taking your vitamin. Okay. Any other food, of course, you eat whatever you want, except for your 3 evening meals in a row. Hopefully, you eat whatever you want, except your 3 evening meals. Okay. And that's it. Everything else I gave as instruction for the food is now over. Okay? I recommend you keep taking your daily vitamin pill. If you want to test the validity of your vitamin pill, you can put it in a transparent glass with 2 ounces of vinegar. You take 2 ounces of vinegar. I believe you all have apple cider vinegar. You drop your pill in the glass and you don't drink that. That's stupid, okay? You drop your pill in the glass. If after an hour your pill is intact, it means that your pill was fabricated with too much pressure at the industry and you're not digesting it at all. Okay? There are brands of pills that they put too much pressure to avoid the powder to appear in the bottle, and the result is it simply is not digested. You will just go to the bathroom the next day and empty the pill directly the way it came into you. Okay? So take your pill, put it in 2 ounces of vinegar, and watch it. Well, don't watch it for an hour, but after an hour, look at the result. Okay? And shake it just a bit to see if it's breaking up. If it's not breaking up or not enough, it's not a good pill. Usually after an hour, it should start to really dissolve, like a third or half your pill should be gone. Okay? So that's a way to check it. Now we will go to another topic. I do not answer questions. If you have doubts, consult everyone else about it. So, hi Budagni, you're in time for the philosophical part. That's wonderful. I was just done with the new diet that you can ask someone else about it, like Suki David. Okay. Now, oh, by the way, one solution I have my apple, pear, and strawberry juice always handy. That's a good way of doing it. If I take your comment, Budagni, with a dark voice, as you wish, my master. You see, it gives a feeling of of obedience, and I would really much enjoy if no one would obey me. I certainly don't want obedience from anyone. I just love the way you put your comment. Thank you on the chat board. All right. You are free. You are free to roam about the world with consciousness. And imagine that you are free like sitting on a horse and riding, or driving a speed car with no obstacles to stop you. So it's not dangerous, okay? Not the feeling of speed and power of the engine, but if you consider the feeling of going somewhere very quick. You are riding on freedom. the first Kuji-In mantra, Om Haya Vajramanataya Swaha. The first Kuji-In mantra starts with Haya. It is the same mantra as the Rin mantra, Om Vajramanataya Swaha, but there's a Haya. What is Haya? Haya means ride. Okay? Haya in the dictionary is ride. Like a horse. In certain contexts, Haya literally means horse. Okay? It depends on in Sanskrit, the action and the thing you do it with, it sometimes is almost the same word. So, in Bija mantra, Haya, Ha is to express, Ha, and Ya is the relationship. Okay? So Haya is to express your relationship with. Okay? So if Haya is to express your relationship with, and the dictionary word means riding, it is apparent to transmigration of consciousness. If you ride, you're going into. Okay? I'm cutting my teachings right now for 30 seconds to remind you, each time you are late and people are paying attention to the Dharma, and you tap on the chat room, sorry I'm late, sorry I just got here, and you're late. And actually everyone else didn't give a shit about your presence or not, and you just want to say to others like if you would be requiring attention, but what you're actually doing is cutting the flow of Dharma. So if you arrive late on a conference, the same way that in a seminar room, you would not go in front of everyone and yell, I'm here, and then go sit. Usually you just go somewhere, you know. And everybody's looking at the chat as much as they're looking at me doing the conference. Now what is going on, do you think? Why do you do that? You have to look inside you, what am I doing to justify my guilt of coming in late, like if it would have no impact. Okay? That is not humility. That is not simplicity. Just do your things. You arrived, you connected, and then that's it. Okay? Do your things. I hope you understand. And now you see Sandra saying, sorry, I won't do it again. I so imagine her with the state of guilt. Okay, so I was just using this to show you how are you expressing yourself. Are you still, oh by the way, I'm still teaching about Sha. I was just using this opportunity to keep teaching about Sha. I never cut my teachings. What do you think? If it was not appropriate for the teaching to speak about this event, I would not. What makes you go against the flow of things? Okay, what makes you go against the natural way of unfolding of events? Okay, breathe and feel it. Now we'll take a moment. Let's take this down for a while. Om Namah Shiva. Good, so now maybe you can feel a bit more of the consciousness of what I mean. Haya Vajramanataya Swaha is the affirmation that you are flowing with and expressing as a soul your relationship with whatever is consciousness. Now what is Vajramanataya Swaha? We saw this. It is the experience of faith. It is the experience of staying right there. Of being centered, being based on yourself in power. So I'll just take another completely different example. If you arrive late somewhere and you feel guilty, are you just going with the flow? Okay. especially if you express it and you try to make something out of it. Are you just going with the flow? I mean, I'm just using this little situation because it just happened, and I can invoke it. It's useful for me to teach, or else I would invent something else. When you do something, do you try to justify yourself? So now, to correct the sickness related to Sha, we will learn about justification. Justification is going against the flow. Justification is being afraid, like the Rin teaching we were giving. Justification is using power to enforce that you are unworthy, guilty, that you lack value, because you are afraid. Justification is a layer of miasma, of ectoplasmic goo over fear, preventing you to go into the state of fear. It's a denial of a denial, okay? To make sure that you will be loved, accepted, and if you have not reached that fulfilled state of being loved and accepted by yourself, not others, we don't care about being loved by others, then you might want to redo week 1, 2, and 3 of this 9-week seminar. Okay, so we're going inside immediately. Okay, we're going inside. What is making you not want to flow with life? Now, don't invoke this wisdom on the other side to become irresponsible and say, oh, I'll just let things happen. No, you have to express your power. When you ride on a horse, you're not running, but you sure tell the horse where to go, and you put your effort there. So to ride the state of consciousness, to use the state of consciousness, you have to stop wasting energy in justification, in fear, in fighting and hoping to establish your territory. Oh, I was not wrong, I was right. And if I was, well, I'm sorry. This is a waste of energy and resource. This is a waste of power, okay? In Sha there is power, okay? The index finger is out, so there is power, okay? And the thumb is up and the pinky is up, meaning that you're paying attention, the pinky, that you are grounded and mindful, the thumb, okay? And your experience and your feelings are inside. And outside, now outside, you will be focused on this mindful state of being, okay? We did it inside with To. Now we are mindful of our environment, how we flow, how the Vajra state of being that we have invoked since Rin can start to have an experience of interaction with others, okay? Whatever you do, your power does it. Wherever you go, your power goes, okay? Because you are riding the Vajra state of being. You're riding your horse, which is a holy horse. It's your soul once incarnate. It is your zodiac, if we might say. It is your horse running around your own little world. Sha is about the expression of your power. It will be required for you to look how you express your power. Are you doing it negatively? Are you consciously affirming, I feel guilty? Let's say you go somewhere and you say, oh, sorry. By the way, I didn't say you must not say you're sorry. Sometimes if it is an expedient means to reestablish good communication with people, you say, I'm sorry. Okay? Especially if you're not sorry and what you feel is compassion. If you're not sorry and you're really in a state of hatred toward the other, don't say you're sorry. because it would not be authentic. But if you're not sorry, you know you're not guilty because you have done integration and you accept yourself as divine. But the others, they want you to acknowledge that you feel responsible. Well, you can tell them, I feel responsible. And sometimes they want to hear, I'm sorry. Well, it's their ways of understanding that you are conscious of the responsibility of all that and that you will take care of your share. So it's wise to say, I'm sorry, even if there is no guilt. When it is an expedient mean of communication for others to understand you're conscious of the responsibility and they just can't communicate like enlightened beings, so you communicate as they are unawakened beings. And it's okay. Okay? But nonetheless, if you say you're sorry and you feel guilt and you want to justify yourself, that's a completely different thing. You're not using expedient mean to teach or reestablish good communication. You are hoping to be loved. Okay? You're hoping that no one will hurt you. Maybe you're hoping that everyone will consider what you are, who you are. You cannot ride on consciousness if you're still hoping other people will lend you a horse. You can't ride on consciousness if you're still hoping other people will deliver you your consciousness. It doesn't work that way. Okay? The way it works is simply that you have to find your place where you are willingly engaging with the world, happy with it. Now let us speak of a topic that is wonderful to address. The more you free yourself from the power of the material world on you, the less the material world is exciting and appealing. So with Ren, Kyo and To, you are affirming your sense of responsibility and your autonomy as a being, and you are starting to go inside you. And as you work on this, you're freeing yourself from the power of the outside world on you. You still have the interaction, you have no choice. We're here, we're incarnate. But as we discover the spiritual realities, the material reality becomes so numb, so sterile, so empty, that it is not pleasant anymore. It is not exciting anymore. Because we have been waiting all our life for something outside us to become interesting and enticing and exciting, and that will produce some kind of adrenaline rush or something inside us, or entertainment. And now everything in the material manifested world is not entertaining anymore because it has no power on you anymore. Okay? Basically, the world was riding you. The world was telling you where to go. You were just a horse and you were enslaved to someone else telling you where to go. Natural forces were pulling you here and there. If you are the one who rides the horse, then you become the one who decides where your mind goes. And nothing in life will be interesting anymore. You have to mourn that. You have to accept it. If you are autonomous and freed from the excitement of daily life and the rejoicing of personal interest and preferences, if you are freed from that, it is wonderful because you are also freed from the outside's power over your suffering. If you free yourself from the power of an insult, you have freed yourself also from the power of a compliment. If someone cannot insult you because you just know who you are and what you are, they will compliment you, you won't care. You won't give a shit. You'll say thank you out of compassion for them. Okay? But it won't affect you. So what is the solution? Find life boring? No. You want to become one with consciousness? You want to elevate and ascend as a divine Lord? Well, you have to consider this. You are in a world that was created by that oneness. You are in a place filled with resources, with powerful energies, consciousness so powerful and densely compacted that it became tangible and allowed you to have a body and allows your body to live in that physical realm. And that physical realm is the result of spirit. It is a creation of the Creator. And if you want to become one, you have to remember the state of joy and bliss that divinity experienced when it decided to manifest physicality, as much as everything else. If you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Kabbalist, you will so much enjoy knowing yourself as wonderful. If you are a creation of God, you can only be perfect and wonderful. And if everything is created by God, it can only be wonderful and perfect. Why then do you not rejoice at seeing the perfection of its creation? Why then do you not just enjoy life as it is? What makes life so boring, if not your denial of the original feeling that God had himself? I just loved what I just created. Now, if you want to go in oneness, fleeing the material world will not help you, it will hinder you. The material world will not stimulate you anymore, will not produce interest in you anymore, but you have the power as a divine being to go in the marvelous admiration of what is physically created and enjoy physicality, since you are meant to experience it as a very joyful experience. Okay? You cannot go to oneness by rejecting materiality, but by going into the state of being that was meant for you to ride this physicality, to go in the animal, to go on the horse and roam about this world and enjoy it out of your will, out of the remembering that somewhere, somehow inside you, you are partly the creator of that. And you are enjoying the same joy as the creator, the only one, enjoyed when he created the universe, and the modulator, the only one, has he modulated the universe. Okay? If you think that physicality is worth dropping, if you think that physicality and manifestation is useless, it means that you are not really wanting to discover yourself as divine. You just want to flee the true purpose of your incarnation, the first thing that happened when you, still one with everything, decided there would be a manifested world to taste, to smell, to see, to touch and to hear, and to think, to exist in there and rejoice. Why are you not doing that? Ah, yes. Yes, I remember. You stopped enjoying being the creator because as the creation you found it to be suffering. Oh, yes, I remember now. Hom Haya Vajramanataya Swaha is a declaration. It means, Swaha, I will do sacrifices to involve myself in the Vajra state of mind, to invest myself in the process of densification that touched my base chakra, that touched the bottom of the universe, that touched the deepest point of creation, which is represented as your base chakra. And at your base chakra you have Vajramanataya. Okay? The Vajra mind state is densification of consciousness. It's consciousness, boom, okay, instant. So, to decide to write this, to say, in this state of fate, I will be responsible, I will act, I will do right action, and if I don't know what right action is, I'll do what I think is best, and we'll see the result. And I'm not afraid of the result because I'll just adapt to whatever happens. If you're not too stupid, you'll think about your thing and you'll be prudent and wise about your choices and actions and words. Okay? So the mantra of Shah is a declaration of your involvement with manifested reality, not the illusion. The illusion of the world is your suffering that convinced you it was not worth to exist in physicality. Now, because you did not want to be in physicality anymore, and you used spirituality to flee your human suffering instead of using spirituality to go into divine states. And you say, oh, everyone is questing enlightenment, everyone wants to go into the great states of bliss, and how about if you want to go in that state of bliss, you have to know what's the blissful experience when it created its cause of bliss. The soul has no hesitation, no doubt, no fear. The soul is not afraid of what it is going to experience. It acts in faith. It wants to live. It wants to feel. It wants to enjoy. Now be responsible. I didn't tell you to enjoy yourself so much that you would forget your spirituality. Be mindful and conscious. I'm not telling you to go ride natural forces. I'm telling you to go ride Vajra Manatai. The flow of the consciousness in the manifested reality. Okay? And the first place where this manifested reality should be filled with consciousness is your own body. Okay? Now we can say why Sha has the side effect of upgrading your level of power and healing your body. It is because it is summoning the soul to be physically incarnate in every aspect of you, and once your body is overwhelmed by this power, to overflow. Breathe. And relax. Ponder this. Some of you know me personally, and you go through these great lengths of bliss and despair, and bliss and despair, and ecstatic states of being followed by states of great boredom, and ecstatic states of being in great boredom. And you look at me, those who know me, don't you notice that I am always enjoying myself? Although from one side I'm always doing sacrifices for everyone to find the truth in spirituality. Those who have been with me at the restaurants, movie centers, talking around a table, pretending to be human but still there was Dharma and wisdom. You saw how I eat. I enjoy myself so much. You saw how I talk, how I breathe, how I sit still, how I move. I enjoy myself. Look at this. I was giving you an example. Always enjoy yourself in the way that it costs as little as possible, that will benefit the most people, and that will allow everyone to rejoice. Rejoice. Life is wonderful. It's beautiful. In the mantra of the three suns, Om, Vajra, Agni, the second sun is supposed to be at the solar plexus. It is the place where you decide if you enjoy things or not. The solar plexus is also the concept, the place where attachments are built. It's not necessarily where they are linked. Some of them will be in the abdomen. But it is where attachments are built, in the solar plexus. Okay, you can feel that, your attachment, solar plexus. Okay, sometimes you'll feel it and it'll hurt, or you'll just feel the movement there of it tingling or pulling. Okay, so the places of attachment. If you enjoy yourself and you become attached and addicted to the thing you enjoy, then you go back into the game of being enslaved to something in nature. If to free yourself from this enslavement, you cut away nature as a whole, you'll be neglecting your spirituality, as you think you're just neglecting the physical realm. The truth of the avatar process is to be fully involved in every single aspect of your being, constantly, consciously, mindfully. So you enjoy the physicality of your being, the emotionality of your being, the mentality of your being, the soulness and the divineness of your being. And you ride. And your vital plane will fill with life, and your emotional plane will fill with more joy. If you're afraid to cut yourself with a knife, there's a solution. Never use a knife again. But then everything becomes more difficult. And you can't cook anymore, and you can't craft things as easy. The solution is to keep using a knife, but don't cut yourself. Become agile. So keep practicing at being with people for which you would have attachments, and don't attach. And keep practicing being in the presence of people, or using various stimulation of nature to enjoy life, and the moment that you see that you are addicted, stop it. And force yourself to go through the unattachment until you master the art of Haya, of going into, of affirming your relationship with, the art of Haya, okay, of riding nature, of using sexuality if you really love it, and the moment it's too hard not to have it, stop it completely. And doubt yourself. Make sure that your human animal understands that it is the soul that will fulfill you. And free yourself from that addiction. Look at the attachment, look at the yearning, and cut that. Okay? Breathe. Enjoy everything that you enjoy in nature. Until it hurts, then stop completely. And don't wait for it to hurt so bad that it's painful. The moment it could be irritating not to have it, stop it. Just to train yourself with the power of Shah, with the power of roaming freely in your world. In this sense, if you wish to roam in the physical world and be really in the Vajra state of being, you have to roam in the physical world with no preference as to where you would be roaming. And you would go just enjoy yourself in anything that is responsible and compassionate. Oh yes, if you feel like enjoying yourself killing someone, well, that's not wise at all. That's not compassionate, it's not responsible. And you can be sure if you do these crazy things that causes suffering to others, like stealing something and, let's say, using drugs, and then there is suffering to others because you behave like an asshole in society, you know, or you burn your own cells and you pretend that there's no side effect of drugs, but in fact every drug has them. Be responsible and compassionate, but do not attach to any single way of stimulating your life. And if you're afraid to experience something, if it is responsible and compassionate, try it. I mean, some people would be afraid to go walk at the top of a very, very high tower. Well, if it's safe and no one will push you out the tower, just grab yourself strongly on the handle and bend down, you know, bend over the ledge just to see how far you could go. And you can even lock your foot in one of the bars, make sure you couldn't fall, and go produce this vertigo. To look at it and then you come back to a safety zone and you're so happy and you observe yourself. That's one way of saying I'm free. As long as I'm safe, everything is cool. Okay? And then you like coffee and you take 3 coffees every day. Well, what you should do for a few days is take 12 coffees every day for 3 days and then cut it completely for 3 days and look at yourself completely go mad. And this will help you free yourself from any enslavement to coffee. Okay? Let's say you enjoy movies. Go watch 5 movies in a row. Take a day where you have the noon, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 and 9 o'clock, and go watch movies. Go watch 5 different movies, and if there's only 3 that you like, well, there's a movie you'll see 2 or 3 times. Okay? It's cool. Go there and do that 2 days in a row. And then don't go to the movies for 2 weeks. Of course, you've seen it all. It's just an example I give. Don't watch a movie on TV. Don't entertain yourself with any kind of image or sound. Show yourself where you are still enslaved to nature and free yourself from that. And then go and rejoice responsibly and compassionately. Does that make sense? Does that make all sense? Everyone, fourth Kuji-In, Sha. Don't do, I usually have it, don't do the martial arts right now, okay? Don't do this one. Do with the 2 fingers inside, okay? We want you to go inside first. Om Vajra Manataya Swaha. Om Vajra Manataya, Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. And now feel this powerful sinking into your flesh, into your life, into your emotions, into your mind. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. And it pulls the soul in your natural existence. And you are filled, and your feet will swell from the accumulation of soul in your body, and it will push your feet to open, the chakras of the feet to go up and wide, to open up and let the power flow. And you are investing yourself in yourself, and every plane of your existence is naturally flowing into every other plane just below it. Every aspect of you is densifying to project in physicality what you are. And you ride that power, you use it, you flow with it, it goes where your mind is. Of course, you have no more choice than to stay positive and look at negativity when it arises, or else it will manifest. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. Om Haya Vajra Manataya Swaha. Remember that your life is so happy and so simple. Happy and simple. Riding the pure mind state of being and flowing inside you and throughout the manifested nature, enjoying creation, loving creation. Love is that power that attracts. We saw this last week. Love is what will make you go into the manifested world and enjoy yourself. Enjoyment of physicality is what will make you invade physicality Stop paying attention to the things you don't enjoy. Pay attention to the things that you do enjoy, and from there you grow on until you can enjoy everything and accept that even what you judged as bad is just another aspect for you to play with. Okay? Do your own self-therapy to get rid of the problems. Okay? And you breathe and relax. And you let go of the mudra. And you will acknowledge now that your body is perfectly healthy. Siddhi is accomplishment of perfection. Roga means hindered or ailment. Roga means unhindered with no ailment. So the word health in Sanskrit, we say aroga. It's not aroga with a big A. It's o, not a, because aroga, an extended a, means very ill. Aroga as non-illness. Okay, that's how we say health. Okay, in Sanskrit, aroga. If you take siddhi and aroga, the I at the end of siddhi becomes a Y to interlace with the other word. Siddhyaroga. Siddhyaroga is to be perfectly healthy. Okay. Nam, the idea of what I am, the conception in context of what you are made of. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. Fourth avatar mantra. I acknowledge the perfection of health. The perfection of no problems. The perfection of no difficulties. Aroga is unhindered, unaffected by ailments, always healthy. The absence of what is not fun, the absence of what is unpleasant. It is health in its widest possible application. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. And with all the power that you have invoked with the Kuji-In Shah, descending and flowing into your horse consciousness, in your riding nature. Now you have the power to manifest, and you start with your body. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. You start with your means. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. And your life will become healthy. And your environment will be affected by the radiance. You're just taking care of yourself. It will overflow. Your car will repair itself progressively, of course, not now, but when you have mastered the great power, and not if you have an issue to resolve, of course. Your car will show you that issue instead. But it will repair your life if you accept the wonders of creation as the Creator has intended them. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. Everything that is a part of my existence is perfectly well done. There are many ways to interpret this mantra. You have to contemplate it. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. The first sign of weird repairs will be electronic equipment and stuff like that. But don't count on it. Maybe it's too broken to repair itself. I mean, there are laws of nature. If a component is fully broken, it's fully broken. But you will notice that you'll have a bit more mileage per gallon in your car if you calculate well, once you have empowered that level of power. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. Resources available. Om Namah Siddhyaroganam. The entire idea of the fourth Siddhi is to enjoy the experience of desire. The first syllable is La. The fourth Siddhi is Lagimma. La-gi-ma. Gi is the intention of moving. Okay? Gi is the expression of your intention in movement. La, gi, la, presence of this desire that moves you. Ma, in the matrix, in the manifested world, in the substance of universality. And lagima is not a way of going somewhere. To empower the Siddhi lagima, you are sunk into your body, and your body starts to flow where it desires. It is to be freed from gravity. The same way last week we learned about the power that causes attraction, intensification. Now in Lagimma, free from this power, we are this power. Invoked firstly with Garima. Now we are that power that goes where we are invested, where we focus our enjoyment, our desire, our incarnation of attention. La, the incarnation of our attention, of our presence. Okay? And there's a desire of existing there, an enjoyment of what is manifested, an enjoyment of riding on Garuda like the Vishnu does, feeling every cell just wanting to exist in a way that it wants, in the most pleasant and agreeable, comfortable way. Breathe Lagimma. Lagimma in the dictionary is light, very light, the opposite of heavy. Light. Lagimma. And you feel your attachments go away because you are freed. You're so light, there's nothing holding you nowhere. Lagimma. And through this great power, even though you are really incarnate in your body, you're afraid to lose grip on the ground so much your body could just lift itself from the ground. Lagimma. You are just there invested in the power of going in the matrix, of riding the attention of your movement. Lagimma. 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 Lightness, freedom, freedom and lightness. This power will not only move you, but it will move your life. Where you set your attention, it will go. It moves your destiny as much as your physicality. Lagimma. Rejoice. Rejoice. This power is flowing through you freely, and you are power flowing freely, and your physical body in which you are completely incarnate, every single cell is made of energy that flows freely. Your body becomes light. Your body ceases any kind of heaviness. Gravity loses grip over your physicality. You are self-contained in your own energy, and you exist in a way where you just go where your mind goes, enjoying your body and incarnation. Lagimma. 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 Breathe. Stretch softly. Slowly come back. Pay attention to yourself. Namaste.